October the 5th. In spite of my failed lawsuit last spring against Mr. Loiter, I saved this diary in case I had further cause for subsequent legal action. I abandoned my earlier lawsuit against the fiend Loiter when my lawyer, Mr. Crenshaw, reviewed my case and claimed that he may only be able to get me somewhere in the neighborhood of $11 for my trouble if everything went our way. I suffered weeks of anger and depression following that irritating legal roadblock. Now, thinking with a clearer mind and seeing things with clearer eyes, I realized the fact that since my lawyer, Ted Crenshaw, was only 22 years old, my case was seriously compromised. Certainly, he was not savvy or experienced enough to know the proper method of pursuing my case. Therefore, I do not consider my lawsuit dead. It has simply been in hibernation until it can be properly and fully brought forth against Loiter. I am, therefore, adding more evidence so that he may be further damned. Word has it that Loiter sometimes has a foul mouth. I will not repeat the sort of language I have been told Loiter has been known to utter, but suffice it to say that it is highly inappropriate. One of my other neighbors, I will not name him here, told me that Loiter told a particularly unwholesome joke to the mentally challenged young man who works in the produce department at Tweed's Grocery. The details of the story are rather uncomfortable to present, but for the sake of legal discussion, I will do so. It happened around the 20th of August. Loiter was speaking to Danny Stevens, the retarded kid who works in the produce department. He pointed to a pile of carrots and said something like, "Boy, I bet the ladies in here are always in here wanting those things all the time." Then he said something like, "Well, this is the produce department after all." And then he laughed. It's absolute filth. In front of a retarded young man, no less. Makes me sick. So, I am going to meet with Danny Stevens and help him file a sexual harassment suit